Hey guys, today we're going to be installing some Luxon rubber-mounted engine mounts on this YZ250 two-stroke to replace these solid stock mounts. First thing to do, obviously, is take the stock mounts off, get the bike apart and ready to go. Once you have the Luxon mounts, scan the QR code here to get the instructions. Lots of important information in the instructions, so it's really important you actually read them. So we'll pull everything out of the bags here and get it all set up. We have two different bushing sets included, the red and the yellow. Red is firm and yellow is medium. We're gonna try the medium today, but you can tune this to your liking. For the YZ250, there's two mounts. They are the same but symmetric to one another for left and right. And if you look on the back, there's a part number etched. This is number 32, this is number 31. That's important because we'll reference that in the installation instructions. The hardware kit includes replacement bolts and a nut, as well as the collars. The collars are all a little bit different depending on their location. And again, that's explained in the instructions. So if we reference the instructions, you can zoom in on this exploded view here. The nut side is on the right mount, which is number 31. So you find number 31, and we're gonna install the bushings on the nut. On our engine mounts, all the bushings are the same, so you don't have to worry about one side versus the other or anything. So you push those onto the nut, we'll find our number 31, and with our YZ250 mounts, this side installs opposite of the part number. So push that on lightly, so flip it over to the other side and install the bushings on the other side. And then with the YZ250 mounts, there are four called their low profile pieces, and these just press in on that side. The nut side is opposite the part number. Now the other side mount assembles similarly. We're going to put the bushings on what we call the opposite hardware. Again, those push in the side opposite of the part number. Push the bushings in from the other side. Make sure they're fully seated in there, and you can kind of feel it click when it's fully seated, and everything will look flush. And then install the low profile bushing, or the hardware, into the bushings on the part number side again. And then those are your mounts with the bushings installed. All right, so now we're gonna prepare the hardware. These bolts are very similar to the stock bolts. They're just a little bit longer to take care of the extra length of the bushings. And we're gonna use some Loctite on these. I prefer Loctite 243, which is an oil-resistant, medium-strength thread locker. So we're just gonna put a bit on the end of the threads here. It doesn't take a whole lot. And then we'll just assemble it to the bike. So we'll start with the left side mount. It's pretty straightforward. You just stick it through the holes here. And then stick the other side on. Start the threads of the top bolts, and we'll tighten up the top bolts by hand here, just snug. We'll do the same thing on the bottom bolt, the engine side. And then we're gonna torque it to spec. Torque specs are listed in the instructions. We'll start with the top bolts here. And then move on to the engine bolt. And then we're just gonna reassemble the rest of the bike now that the mounts are installed. So that's about all there is to it on the YZ250. It's a pretty straightforward install. It takes about 15 minutes altogether. At this point, obviously, we need the tank and the shrouds and the seat back on, but that's all there is to it. If there's any questions or anything, make sure you download the instructions on the website at luxonmx.com.